When A4LE first came to the school, the idea was that it might be a competition among a couple or more schools of architecture around. That fairly quickly evolved into an idea I had for a design research studio.
I was excited about the research aspect. One thing in undergrad that I felt was lacking was research and design projects. So whenever Professor Gatsky was telling us that this would be very heavily research focused, that was the primary drawing point for me.
I think the appeal was from introducing all the different aspects of the design process.
The studio showed me that the classroom isn't the only place to learn. It starts from the classroom, but then it goes out into the hallways, the collaboration areas, out into the cafeteria, the gym, up the learning stairs, through the main street, and to the outside of the building.
I took 2 of the educational studios back to back, trying to think about all the different aspects of design when it comes to a school or an educational type building, and then taking those ideas and practices to a design firm where you then go and design buildings and schools for real students and real teachers.
I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that traditional design and what's been done in the past is the way to go. With everything that we're learning through the design processes and working amongst students and professionals, I think we can learn a lot from what we see in practice in everyday life.
I realized that a lot of what I thought about the design of schools was based off of my own personal experience having gone to school. So I felt like it was a really good experience for me to break those preconceived notions and start thinking about elements in a school that would have benefited me in the past.
I thought schools were nicely decorated prisons, and that just wasn't the case. I learned that the school is more of a place for growing and for creating a safe haven from the world while also integrating students into the world.
I focused a lot on interaction between the interior and exterior spaces. The flexibility of classrooms and public space was big for me.
Security was one of the big things that we'd focused on in our studio. That's actually a point that I bring up in every design decision that we're making with our teams, is how we actually thought about, our vestibule design, have we thought about how our hallways are designed in regards to security because of the exposure that I got from the A4LE studio.
We talked a lot about the need for a cafeteria in a school and whether or not schools in today's time need a cafeteria because of the amount of space they take up, how they're only used at various periods of the day, and if they cause a lot of anxiety to students that have to then go and try to integrate into a large group of people. So just thinking about things in a new way was really exciting for me.
I did a lot of research on ways that security can impact school design. We focused a lot on CPTED, which is crime prevention through environmental design.
Our group was specifically tasked with universal design, so thinking about how to design a building so it accommodates everybody. You're designing for the administration that's there, you're designing for the teachers, you're designing for the parents that are coming to pick up the kids.
A4LE does a really good job of cross-pollinating with other firms, and it allows iron to sharpen iron.
Integration with professionals is key to any successful graduate level studio. Unfortunately, a lot of the other grad studios I've had have had no integration with professionals, and I feel like my interactions with A4LE probably prepared me the best for my current position and what I'm trying to do.
They really brought their expertise to help us learn and grow.
I got a chance to kind of speak to other professionals, see what was really out there, and it was an eye-opening experience.
I was excited about taking the class because we were going to interact with professionals who were actually in the working environment. They're very helpful, gave us ideas that we wouldn't typically get from professors who were in school and weren't practicing.
I truly enjoyed the studio. I think that it was a great opportunity to kind of expand my design thinking. For me, it's become extremely valuable in everything that I do.
The student work that has come out of the studio is more solidly grounded in evidence and less just willful, capricious form. And so it is a design research lab that's producing work of interest to the profession over the long term.